All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Trying a little different arrangement on the table today, so let me know what you think in the comments. But say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powdered Toast Man and Log and TV, and let's get started. And guys, we have a Bestech knife that comes by way of Bestech through the Black Widow pass-around group. This is the operator in D2 satin and black double two-tone blade with a green G10 handle. So yeah, very, very cool. Check out this green G10 kind of contoured and machined. As you can see, you got a black clip here, black hardware, black backspacer. The blade is two-tone black and satin, as I said. Really cool black coated stonewash, I guess you would say. It's just black stonewash. D2 on this side and the Bestech logo, Bestech Knives on that side, has this wicked looking, Warncliffe blade. Really, really cool. Again, the pivot is black and stands proud a little bit. Does run on bearings, by the way. You see the pivot stands proud. You got a screw back here, so 2 screws and a lanyard hole on that back spacer. Screws stand proud just a little bit, but just because it's on some contoured areas there. Same thing on this side, 1 screw there, and then you have the pocket clip, which has 2 screws, which are sticking up, so they are not countersunk. You do have enough room. I didn't have trouble getting in and out of the pocket. The clip has really good retention, nice and tight there. Deep carry clip, obviously, for such a just beast of a knife, guys. This thing is pretty big. Now, action-wise, well, first of all, that flipper tab, I think it's a good shape. I like that shape, and I like the fact that I got room to come up here and hit it, slide and hit. And you do have some great jimping there that grabs pretty well, but it's not overdone. So again, it's just a quick slide across there. Can you fail this guy? Not really. The D10 is pretty good. Now it's actually good for both, which is nice. Now this hole is a little too big for me. I wish that hole was kind of more like that kind of shape, if you will, instead of have this big turn down, because if you do it wrong with your middle finger flick, you're going to end up wearing like a ring here. So you have to kind of come up here to the tip of it and flick it out, but it comes out really well. Thumb flicks. Now on the thumb flick, you can kind of just embed your whole thumb in there and just push. Now that didn't come out too great. It's not intuitive on how you do it. You got to really give it a push. It's easier to middle finger flick, and it's easier to flip this knife. The thumb flick is a little stranger. Now, as far as dropping, this is a big, heavy blade, so check that out. It just wants to go home. Leave me alone. I'm going home. It just drops right in there. Really, really cool-looking knife, if you ask me. Let's see. What do I have for comparison? I'm carrying the Mallory Forest today, so let's check that out. Here is the Forest for size comparison. Obviously, pretty close to the same length here on those two guys. Pretty close. And the second one I'm carrying today, man, is Carbon Fiber Tuesday here, I guess, is the CJRB Rhea. And you can see the Rhea is quite the smaller knife, in both dimensions. Now, that blade is just big and thick and tall. So there you go. So we'll take these comparisons out and we will talk about some other things, and then we will move on to some stats and that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not going to do testing on this one. This came with a batch of a few knives from the Black Widow pass around group through Bestech, and they've been around to a lot of reviewers, and I got to be honest, they're not super sharp. Now, I've done some basic cutting, like opening boxes. I did some tip cutting of some cardboard with this one, and it did really well. But as far as slicing paper and stuff, it's a little dull back here, and I think it's because it was passed around, and it's a little thicker stock, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Now, as far as lockup, no blade play, no lock rock. I would call that about a 15 to 20. And then as far as centering, All right, it's black, and I'm having trouble, so I'm going to look at it off camera for a second. Yeah, it's dead centered, guys. I don't know if you can see that or not. Lighting's not doing this one any favor. Oh, I see why I don't have one of my lights on. Neat. So we'll do the rest of this review with one light short, but hopefully you can see that okay. Not too bad at all. You can see there. It's dead centered. All right, so let's put her out here, and we will talk about the stats now. The typical places I look when I'm looking to give you guys a link for a knife, I'm typically on White Mountain Knives because you get a 10% discount from me, and I'm typically on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Now, this is not available in either of those places right now. I did find it on Blade HQ and Knife Center. They're roughly the same price, about $65 each. This is an 8-inch overall knife, 3.375-inch blade. The cutting edge is also that. You do have a sharpening choil there, but it doesn't cut down on it really at all. Blade width, 1.5 inches. Blade thickness, 0.15. D2 Wharncliffe. Again, full flat grind. Well, not full. High flat grind, I should call it. I'm sorry about that. Handle length is 4.625. We'll show you that in just a minute. And then the weight on this one, if I can find it, is 5.66 ounces. Now, the clip is right side only. There is no left option for the clip. It is tip up. And what did I just... Oh, I said I was going to show you the grip. So it is full 4-finger grip with a little left over. You kind of feel these spots right here where, again, most of it's rounded off real well. For some reason right here, they left that just a little bit angular, and it does kind of, you kind of feel that, and then you kind of feel this little spot right here, and you kind of feel the clip a little bit. So I wouldn't call them hot spots, but, you know, kind of not the greatest. The thumb ramp is great. I love that thumb ramp. And then this guy here, this scoop that you can put your thumb or your finger in when cutting, that is pretty sweet as well. So really cool blade shape. Now, again, 5.66 ounces is a little beefy, to each their own, but that's quite the weight for a knife. Obviously, it is a bigger knife. Of course, it's an 8-inch knife. But again, so is I always have to bring up my own knife. The Mach 51 is also an 8-inch knife, but only weighs 3.5 ounces instead of 5.66. So again, to each their own. If you don't mind it being a big heavy chunk. By the way, what was that blade stock? Let me look. What did I said it a minute ago, but I don't remember. So 0.15. So yes, it is a thicker blade stock to begin with, and then you have the swedging, and then it sort of thickens back up here, but you can see a nice thick hunk of steel there, D2. So really cool knife, really interesting. I was kind of excited to get that one in. It was one of the main reasons I got all the Bestech knives that are here right now, was because I wanted to see that one. Guys, so let me know what you think down in the comments. Sorry the lighting's a little dark in this one, but I think we got by. And guys, just let me know what you think. Give me a comment and a thumbs up, or if you don't like it, you can give me a thumbs down. Just any kind of interaction is good. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, guys. And, you know, hit those notification bells so you can know when I go live and when I post new videos. So, guys, really appreciate each and every one of you and all the support. And thanks so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.